Let's build a functional apartment building in every single world in The Sims 4 using the new For Rent expansion pack. Today we're going to be starting with Oasis Springs. Here we are in Oasis Springs. We're kind of in like the downtown-ish section. I thought this would be appropriate for an apartment building. It's kind of close to the action. We have the bar, the nightclub, the gym, etc. It also has kind of like a built-in parking lot, which I thought would be good for our apartment building. Also, if you're wondering what lot used to be here, it was the base game museum, which was pretty useless and empty, so I'd say I'm doing this city a favor by bulldozing it. Now, if you guys didn't know, with the For Rent expansion pack, we have the ability to put multiple units on one lot, so you can make your own apartment buildings, townhouses, duplex, quadplexes, trailer parks, pretty much anything you want. It's really customizable, but in my opinion, the best part about the new pack is you can use this feature in any world. So I thought it would be a cool idea if I added some sort of apartment complex to every single world. I could do townhouses in Windenburg, student housing in Brightchester, maybe a motel in Strangerville, literally anything. So please let me know down below if you guys want me to make this into kind of like a mini series, and if so, what should I build next and in which world? As always, I'm very excited to hear your suggestions, but with that being said, let's get started on our Oasis Springs apartment complex. I'm honestly not sure if I've ever made an apartment complex before. I've definitely made townhomes sometime in my day, but apartments maybe not, just because they never would have been functional all this time, so I probably never bothered. But I'm actually really excited because I do have a lot of experience living in various apartment complexes. Even when I was in university, I lived in a couple. So I feel like I have a good idea of like the common amenities that are in apartment buildings, and overall, I'm just a huge fan of apartment living. That's probably why city living is one of my favorite packs of all time. But here you can see I'm trying to go for kind of like a rounded balcony moment, because I honestly think the most challenging part about building apartments, or just like commercial buildings in general, is trying to make them look like pretty. There's very much a formula when it comes to residential homes on how you can make them look good, but when it comes to apartment buildings or commercial properties, I feel like nobody really knows what to do. Okay, here is the general facade of the apartment building for now. We can add some more kind of bump outs and dimension as we see fit. But basically what I had in mind is the top here is going to be like the amenity room, maybe a rooftop pool or a hot tub, maybe a gym, and then the floors underneath will all be the various units. So they all look like they're the exact same size right now, but I'm going to go in and make some bigger and some smaller. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to make the exterior look pretty, okay? We got to put some makeup on this shell. We're definitely going for a modern vibe, so I'm gonna go in with this get together glass fence. Also some of this base game trim just to clean up the edges a little bit. I'm just holding down the shift key as I'm placing it so I can really customize exactly where I want it. Now, if you've lived in an apartment before, you know this is a staple, but you have to have those like supporting beams that go through the apartment. I'm pretty sure they're for like earthquake proofing the building, so when there's an earthquake, the high-rise will like sway like this with the beams instead of just like crumbling. By the way, comment down below if you've ever been in a high-rise apartment building when an earthquake happens, because it is wild. I was in an earthquake when I was on the 26th floor, which is decently high up off the ground, and I feel like I was getting whipped around. It was crazy. Okay, for windows, we're just gonna go in with these plain modern ones from the Eco Lifestyle pack. I feel like all modern apartment buildings nowadays just have floor-to-ceiling windows. That's like the standard. I mean, who doesn't love natural light? I'm definitely not complaining. Now for the front door, a lot of the doors we have definitely feel more residential, house-like, and not like apartment building-ish, so we might be limited with our options here. Actually, this one from Get Together is pretty good. It has like decent modern vibes too. And now we'll go in with these vines from Get Together as well to cover up the blank space. To add some dimension to the exterior, I'm gonna add a little bit of this plain fence to the outside to break up the glass. For the exterior paint, I think it could be nice if we try and blend in with the surrounding building, so I'm just gonna go in with this base game stone, at least just for the bottom layer, and then I'm also gonna go in with this base game concrete. I left a little sunken in border on our rooftop here so I can fill it with some plants. First, I'm just gonna fill in the gap with these square lawn pieces from the Island Living pack. Then we'll go in with some bigger plants. These ones match the Oasis theme environment a little bit better. Okay, here is basically our completed exterior shell. I just added some more plants and vines around the building to kind of tie it all together. I also added this nice dark brown wood flooring from the Eco Lifestyle pack. I think there's still more potential changes to be made, such as where I end up putting all of the doors to the balconies. Right now I just have these big glass Eco Lifestyle sliding doors, but I might switch those around depending on the unit. And I also need to add exterior lighting, but I say we go in and kind of landscape around this apartment building to make it more done up and luxurious. For the pathway, I think it'd be best to just go with whatever matches the existing sidewalk the best, so I'm gonna go in with one of these base game ones. To this day, it's still a mystery why they won't just give us the exact matching sidewalks that they have around the world, but you know what? It is what it is. For the front here, I think it would be nice if we did a combination of some hedges and maybe some concrete or glass fencing. I also made sure to leave some space in the back here so we can put an outdoor pool. There's definitely not a ton of space, so let's make sure the pool goes right up to the edge of the fence right there, which leaves just enough space to put a few lounger chairs. I'm gonna go in with these base game ones. When possible, I'm gonna try and use base game or just limit my packs in general so that hopefully a lot of you guys will be able to download these apartments. Ooh, we did get these new pool party float loungers from the For Rent pack, so I think I'm gonna throw a couple of these in the pool. That looks really pretty. Then on this side, why don't we go in with just a barbecue and some picnic tables? What are the odds anyone ever actually uses this barbecue and picnic table setup? I don't know about you, but I've lived in a lot of different apartment buildings in my life with various amenity rooms. Some had like saunas, pool tables, like living rooms and kitchens, and I basically have never used them before. It's like the condo wants to create a community, but everyone would rather just sit in their individual units. It's like we're all just introverts, okay? Okay, the outdoor pool area is looking pretty good. However, I am having some second thoughts on this white stone. It just looks like really hot looking. Like I'm imagining on a hot day, you take one step with your bare feet on that hot stone and you'll like burn the bottom of your foot off. So I was considering maybe using this wood color instead on the ground. I'm worried that it's looking too much like a tropical beach resort and not so much a condo, but you guys will have to let me know. Back to the front of the building, I think it would be a cool idea to add some sort of sign because a lot of condo buildings have like a name to them. I just typed in sign into the search bar and pretty much any of these would probably work. This one from Growing Together is catching my eye. I feel like the curvature of the sign is kind of symbolic to the curved balconies we have. That's looking pretty official to me. Now I'm just gonna go in with some landscaping and I'll be right back. Okay, there you have it, you guys. Here is the finished exterior, landscaping and all. I think it looks really, really good, and it does kind of blend in with the environment. Obviously, this looks much more modern compared to the rest of the neighborhood, but that is to be expected. I mean, it is a new build. Maybe it will encourage all of these business owners over here to modernize their place a bit. I also recognize that I probably could have made this apartment a little bit taller, maybe like 1 story taller. However, I think in order for it to blend in with the neighborhood, I had to keep it relatively low rise. So it's kind of like a low rise, mid rise apartment building. But depending on which world I'm building in, I could probably do a taller one next time. So let me know down below what you guys think of this Oasis Springs apartment building. But without further ado, let's get to floor planning and the interior. Okay, the first thing we need to add for sure are stairs. And we did get a new staircase with the For Rent expansion pack, so why don't we try this one? I think the easiest thing to do would just be to stack them directly on top of each other and make a straight line going right up to the top floor. For the rooftop space here, I think it would be really nice to include a gym. I will say, out of all of the amenities that have been offered in the various condos that I've lived in, I pretty much always use the gym. That's like the only amenity that really matters to me. Now for the gym equipment, I'm just gonna put all of the basic stuff like some treadmills and those workout machines. And then by the mirror here, I'm gonna put a couple of yoga mats. For balcony access, I'm just swapping out the windows for this sliding glass door from Eco Lifestyle. Now in this corner here, I think we're gonna have room to put a hot tub. We couldn't fit a rooftop pool up here, but I think a rooftop hot tub is a close second, don't you think? Okay, I don't want to clutter up this build too much just to make sure that it will run smoothly in your game. So I just added a couple of benches and a plant, and I think that's going to be it for our communal space on the rooftop. I don't know about you, but I think it looks pretty awesome. It has all of the essentials, and I would love to have a rooftop gym in my condo. Okay, here's the deal. There's gonna be different tiers of units depending on which floor you live on. So on the top floor, which is the 3rd floor, we're gonna have one big, large, luxurious unit. This one's obviously gonna be the most expensive, as it should. It has the best views and the most space. On level 2, we're gonna have 2 like medium-sized units. These are probably 1-bedroom apartments. Maybe you can squeeze 2 bedrooms in here, I'm not sure yet. And then finally on the ground level, we're just gonna have 2 units on the right side here. These ones are extremely small. This one will definitely be just like a studio apartment, maybe for a college student. Like they're not even getting a balcony with this one. And then this one on the left is gonna be a very modestly sized 1-bedroom. It at least has a balcony and is overlooking the pool though. I think this is the best way to go since I don't really know who's gonna end up living here, so anyone from your broke boys to your Bitcoin billionaires will have a home here. Also, by the way, this is going to be the lobby and this is going to be the communal laundry room. I hope you guys like the unit distribution I went with. Let's finish up the comment spaces now. I think the first thing we definitely need to add are the mailboxes. I'm not sure if this is supposed to go outside or if it can go inside. It's not the most pretty object, so maybe I'll put it over here on the side entrance. I thought it would be nice to have a side entrance since we do have a parking lot here. It would make sense that they would enter the building through the parking lot. Now I'm just gonna go in with these wooden slats from the Eco Lifestyle pack to kind of match the aesthetic of the exterior. I'm not gonna bother putting like a front desk area since it won't actually be functional anyways, so I'm just gonna go in with some luxurious couches. I'm thinking we try and go for like a desert chic vibe, and the Desert Luxe kit is just calling my name here. Let's put some of this Desert Luxe tile in the lobby too. I think it's a little bit weird to have wood in a lobby since it's such a high traffic area. Ooh, let's also grab one of these new rugs from the For Rent pack. This one has this nice leafy motif on it. Okay, here is what I have for the lobby. I mainly used items from the Desert Luxe kit and I wanted it to look very minimalist, kind of like a desert. I did manage to use some items from the For Rent expansion pack, like this rug and this plant, and then I did add some realistic touches like this exit sign and fire extinguisher from the Get to Work pack. And then lastly, in an attempt to tie in the exterior design and the interior, I brought inside this planty wall to also bring in some color. So yeah, it's not the most homey space by any means, but I feel like all condo lobbies are kind of like that from my experience. So in that case, it's kind of realistic. Let me know what you guys think. Let's move on to the laundry room. Okay, this laundry room's gonna be pretty simple. I'm just gonna put a few of these washer dryer combos against the wall here, and then maybe add a shelf or two where you can store some products. Put one of these ironing boards against the wall here. This could be a fun opportunity to use these new counters that come with the For Rent pack. I think these are so pretty. It's really bothering me that these laundry machines aren't like a pure black, so I think I'm better off just going with any other color at this point. No joke, we're better off going with brown. Okay, our laundry room is coming along. It's looking pretty spacious. The counter here feels kind of empty, so I'm just gonna put some clothing, maybe some laundry baskets on here to make it feel more lived in. And here is our communal laundry room all done. It's very spacious, very functional. You totally can change this into like an activity room instead. If you wanted to put a ping pong table or some other games in here, that could be fun as well. But let me know what you guys would have put in this room. And let's move on to the residential units now. Now you might be wondering if I'm gonna be furnishing all 5 of these units myself. And the answer is absolutely not. I think it would be kind of unnecessary because I don't know who's gonna end up living here, and it would be more fun for you guys in your gameplay if you move in yourself and bring your Sims personal belongings. That being said, I'm still gonna floor plan out all of the basics and include the kitchen and bathrooms and bedrooms. But let me know down below what your thoughts are on this. Like, would you want to see me furnish every single one of these units in the future, or do you like the fact that I'm gonna keep them a bit more empty? Okay, but getting started on this first unit here, we have very limited options because it is just a simple studio apartment. The absolute bare minimum we have to include here is just a bathroom, and then that's pretty much it. We can do a super small kitchen along this wall here. Okay, here is the first studio apartment all done. I just used the kitchen set from the Dream Home Decorator pack with some base game appliances. In the bathroom, I used a lot of the Tiny Living pack as well as these new tiles from the For Rent expansion pack. It's definitely a studio apartment if I've ever seen one. I even included this Murphy bed here as kind of a suggestion on where you might want to place your bedroom. And then if you wanted to, you could even move the bathroom door over to this side, and then you can have a dedicated nook on this side, maybe for a desk or a dining room table. But this is just the first unit, let's move on to the next one. Okay, here is unit number 2 all done. The bathroom and kitchen are basically the exact same size. The only difference is this one has a completely separate bedroom, which is very nice, and quite a bit more space here to fit maybe a dining room and a small little living room as well. And then this unit does have a sliver of outdoor space with views of the pool, so a slight upgrade to the first unit. But let me know what you guys think of these units. Let's move upstairs now. Moving on to the upstairs, we actually just have 2 identical units here. Both of these are 2-bedroom and 1-bathroom units. The kitchen is super spacious and also comes with an island with tons of space for a living room and dining room and access to the patio. The bathroom is super similar to the bathrooms on the first floor, we just have some updated appliances. And then down the hallway we have 2 really good sized bedrooms. There's a primary bedroom which is slightly larger, and then a secondary bedroom which is still a pretty decent size, perfect for like a kid's bedroom. The unit on this side is the exact same, it's just mirrored, and I also went with a darker color scheme. I thought it would be cool to kind of alternate between light and dark color schemes, because oftentimes in condo buildings you get to choose between a light and dark color scheme, and it usually just determines like your kitchen color and like maybe your floor color. But yeah, let me know out of these 2 units if you'd rather have the darker color scheme or the lighter color scheme, and let's move on to the final unit upstairs. Okay, this final unit is our largest unit. Like I said, they have the entire floor to themselves, so I did include slightly more furniture in this unit just so I can properly illustrate what I intended for each space. So this unit is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit, so it's definitely the largest out of all of them. You can see our 2 secondary bedrooms are down this hallway, as well as one of our bathrooms. And then on this side of the home, we have our living room and dining room space, which is separated by this custom fireplace. Through the dining room at the end here, we have our huge kitchen with great views of the balcony. This is definitely the most luxurious kitchen out of all of them. And then just off the kitchen, down this hallway here, we have our primary bedroom with an ensuite bathroom. I think this is a really functional floor plan. You can comfortably fit like a family of 4 here. Well, here's our Oasis Springs apartment building all done, filled with 5 different units for 5 different budgets. I've never built an apartment building in The Sims before, so please let me know what you guys think of it, if there's anything I might have missed or any parts you think are unrealistic. This apartment will be up on the gallery for you guys to download and start living in right away. My EA ID is Dr_Ashley. Please post it on Twitter or Instagram if you do end up playing with this. I would love to reshare it, and I just love seeing you guys use my builds. Also, let me know down below if you want this to be a mini series and if you want to see me make more apartments or just more multi-unit lots in the future. I'm definitely going to be making more apartments for other worlds, but whether or not I hit up every single world or not is up to you guys, so please let me know. As always, thank you guys so much for the support on my channel. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like it, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, smash that thumbs up, body slam that thumbs up button, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to see you back in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see you guys next week, and I hope you guys have a very, very, very above average day. Love you.